Hello, welcome to the God's Honest Truth. I am your host, Sean Milligan. Today we will be going into the family tree of Adam in chapter 5 of Genesis. Now, chapter 5 is a bit long, so we'll try to get through this as quickly as we can. And a bit wild. So let's just get started. Alright, chapter 5, verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that God created man in the likeness of God made he him, male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam. In the day that they were created. And Adam lived 130 years, and began a son of his own likeness, after his semblance, and called his name Seth. Which kind of goes back to the previous chapter, near the end, where they talk about giving birth to Seth. In the days of Adam, after he begotten Seth for 800 years, he begot sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. 930 years. How crazy is that? I mean, most people today can't even imagine living past 100. I certainly can't. Can't imagine living that long. Would you want to live that long? Let me know in the comments below. Let's move on. 6. And Seth lived 105 years and begot Enos. And Seth lived after he begot Enos 870 years and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Seth were 912 years, and he died. And Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan, and Enos lived after he begat Canaan 850 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Enos were 905 years, and he died. And Enos lived 70 years, and begat Mahalalel. Hopefully I said that right, but we'll just call him Ma for keep it simple. And Canaan lived after he begat Ma 840 years, and begat sons and daughters. And all the days of Canaan were 910 years. He died. And Ma lived 65 years, and begat Jared. And Ma lived after he begat Jared 830 years, and begat sons and daughters. Okay, so as we can see, they began a lot of children, but they're also living really long lives. Although it looks like they're starting to get shorter and shorter with each and every generation. Now we'll compare all that to the New Living Translation and see how it differs. Starting with verse 1 of chapter 5. This is the history of the descendants of Adam. Okay, so instead of book of generation, it's history. Interesting. When God created people, he made them in the likeness of God. He created them male and female, and blessed them and called them human. That's also very different. And the King James version, it just says God made he him. But in this version, it actually says that he just outright calls them humans. Moving on. When Adam was 130 years old, his son Seth was born, and Seth was the very image of his father. And the birth of Seth, Adam lived another 800 years, and he had other sons and daughters. He died at the age of 930. When Seth was 105 years old, he had Enos was born, his son. And the birth of Enos, Seth lived another 807 years, and he had other sons and daughters. He died at the age of 912. When Enos was 90 years old, his son Kenan was born. After the birth of Kenan, Enos lived another 815 years, and he had other sons and daughters. He died at the age of 905. When Kenan was 70 years old, his son Ma was born. After the birth of Ma, Kenan lived another 840 years, and he had other sons and daughters. He died at the age of 910. When Ma was 65 years old, his son Jared was born. After the birth of Jared, Ma lived to 830 years, and he had other sons and daughters. Okay. Whew. Yeah, crazy, I know. But back then, it was pretty clear that humans could live a very long time and thus was able to give birth to a whole lot of children. And I know that is very crazy to think about, may even be a little hard to believe, but if you are a Christian like me, and you fully believe that everything in the Bible is true, then yeah, that is very much true. Well, with that, we will finish chapter 5 next time, and we will see how far this family tree goes, okay? I'm Simon Milligan. This has been the God's Honest Truth. I'll see you guys next time, alright? Take care.